This is our destination today. This is one of the prominent peaks here in the Phoenix Metropolitan Mountains. This is a great hike, tons of incredible views, lots of unique rock formations along the way. Beautiful place to explore and discover. At Hidden Gems of Nature, I don't tell you what the destination is. Instead, I give you clues so you can explore and discover these hidden gems or your own hidden gems. So watch carefully as we identify clues to find these destinations. And remember, subscribe to Hidden Gems of Nature YouTube channel. Welcome to Hidden Gems of Nature. We're heading north on Highway 51 from downtown Phoenix. We'll head over to the peak. We'll even get the peak silhouetted. In fact, there's the peak right there, straight in front of us. That's the peak we're going to be hiking. So we'll exit off the freeway here, take a right here at the light, and just head down the street a mile or two, and we'll look for our turn up here in front of us. So we're approaching the turn, and we'll head north off this main street. We're in the parking lot this morning of this city park in the middle of the Phoenix Metropolitan area. The peak we're going to hike is right behind me, to your right, my left. It's just a short hike, 1.1 miles one way, but it's steep. I'll have my wife pan the parking lot so you can see where we're at and figure out the location so you can come on this hike. There's actually 3 or 4 parking lots here. 2 or 3 of them are already full, so we're just fortunate that we have one of the last 5 or 10 parking spots left, and we're still about 15 minutes before sunrise. This is the trailhead. It's a little bit different than the wilderness trailheads. It's a little more established because of the traffic that comes through here. We'll go ahead and start our hike. You can see downtown Phoenix right here from the trailhead, and then of course South Mountain down on the other side. And of course we'll get even better views of the entire valley as we hike up the mountain. But one of my favorite views in Arizona are sunsets and sunrises. I think the sunsets in Arizona are as good as any sunset anywhere. However, when it comes to the sunrises, I think Arizona is in a league all by itself. I think the sunrises are absolutely stunning. All along the trail, we have nice places to sit because it's so heavily traveled. You can see that the trail is very highly maintained to prevent erosion because so many people are on it. So we're probably a third of the way up on the hike. And as you hike up, you're mostly on one side of the mountain looking towards the city of Phoenix for most of your vistas and views. But if you look behind me, we're now at a little saddle, and from this saddle you can actually see back up into the park area and enjoy some of the views that are back up into the mountains. It's kind of nice to be able to see the views back up into the mountains as well as out to the city. Enjoy your hike. Spur trail that comes off the main trail. There's these spur trails all along the way. You can get a lot of great vistas and views off of them. This is one of the nicer views. This actually is a kind of a flat top with some rocks to sit on, so it makes it even nicer, but you can see across the canyon, or we can take it the other direction and you can see right up the canyon at all the views up the canyon. It's really pretty to get all these nice views. Now you're looking off to the west. This is the first real good look we have towards the west. You can see, of course, the city of Phoenix, and beyond is the White Tank Mountains off in the distance. There's Camelback Mountain to the east, and to the south is South Mountain, and just behind it and to the right are the Estrella Mountains. As we turn and look up to the peak, you can see the amount of people on the trail. The good news is you'll never get lost on this trail. Always somebody to talk to and get help from. Some people like the peaceful solitude of nature when they hike. Others like to be with groups and socializing when they hike. What's nice about this mountain park is that whether you want the social hiking or whether you want the peaceful solitude hiking in nature, you've got them both. Because while we were hiking this trail that was loaded with people who we could talk to the entire time we were hiking, I also looked at the other trails around the park as we were going up to the peak, and I only saw one other person on all of the other trails combined. So this is a great park for somebody who likes the solitude of nature, and it's a great park and place to hike for someone who likes to be with groups and to socialize. We're approaching the peak at this point. And as I come around the corner and come up to the peak, you can see all of the people sitting up on top of the peak. It is an incredible view. It's a great seat. I don't think there's a bad seat on the peak. You can see just about any direction. In fact, I'll take a minute and we'll pan around. We'll start at the northeast and then just pan 360 degrees so you can see all the great views from the top of this peak. So we made it to the top. This is a really steep climb. It's about 1,000 feet in 1 mile. In fact, it's 1.1 mile, 1,100 feet. There you go. A lot of people on the hike. A lot of people you can talk to. It's a steep hike, very popular hike. I've looked at trails around us. There's lots of trails around us, almost no one on them. So you can hike any of the other trails in this mountain area and have a lot more isolation or seclusion, whatever you want. There's a last look at the peak. Enjoy the views on this hike and the many rock features along the way.